Looking at it, it seems like it's a pyramid scheme. It looks like you're going to get something for nothing, pretty much.
This isn't the first scam of its kind to pop up. Last year, the BBB warned people about the secret Santa gift exchange online, a similar idea to the wine exchange. Chelsea Moreland told me she knew people who took part in it last year.
From what I heard with other people, you and your neighbors would do it, and you would send a gift to one address, and then they would send to another, and then like the gifts would go around.
The BBB says scammers often target people around the holidays who may be more willing to spend money or donate to something. They want consumers to verify who exactly they're dealing with before signing up for anything they see on social media.
They dress up scams, the same scam, in a different formula.
Reporting in Orlando, Samantha Manning, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The BBB says people who take part in these kinds of pyramid schemes could also be at risk of facing mail fraud charges.
JetBlue is now offering direct flights to Haiti from the Orlando International Airport. The first JetBlue flight took off this morning. Travelers who take advantage of the new flights will land at Port-au-Prince's airport. The direct flights follow the end of another program linked to the island. Earlier this year, the Trump administration announced it wants to put an end to a temporary residency program for Haitians. That program started after a massive earthquake rocked the island in 2010. A 3-year-old boy battling brain cancer received a very special wish today.
He did. Aiden Rawls became an honorary firefighter for the Lake Mary Fire Department. Aiden got to wear a firefighter helmet, and look at that, he got to use the hose. He climbed the ladder and even got to ride in the truck. That's always so cool. It is a program the Lake Mary Fire Department started 2 years ago. You can share this story with your friends from the Channel 9 Facebook page. Good guys up there in Lake Mary. This week, Walt Disney World donated $1.1 million to the local Boys and Girls Clubs chapter. Disney says the organization now has enough money to fund the remaining construction on the downtown Orlando location along Livingston Street. That location has been open exactly 4 months.
And there's still time left to donate to this year's Toys for Tots campaign. You can bring a new unwrapped toy to our Channel 9 studios in downtown Orlando. We're at 490 East South Street. We've also posted more information, drop-off locations at 9family.com. Toy collection will end this Saturday, so you have less than 48 hours to go out there, shop, and bring in a toy.
Is it me, or is it warming up a little bit?
Oh, big time. Yeah, it was 37 this morning.
How does, I mean, and now the warm-up has been...
Yeah, just like that.
He didn't even come in with a scarf and beret.
Didn't even need
tonight.
it.
Yeah, leave that in the back seat or put it back in the closet.
Exactly.
You may not need it.
It's already hung up perfectly.
The weekend looking better right now. We have Lake Eola's temperature 59, a high today of 74. That was after 37 this morning. So couple of things going on. First of all, the cloud deck is here kind of holding in the heat, but that's not all of it. We generally have a lighter wind out of the south, and the atmosphere itself is warming up gradually and will for the next day or so. So we are plus 22 versus last night in Titusville. We're plus 13 in Sanford. So that's a recipe for a warmer night tonight. 55 Ocala. You'll drop just a few more degrees tonight. We're 63 Orlando, 64 over in Titusville. Winds generally out of the south. That's that warm air that almost always resides to our south, and that's being moved north. So that's one of the clear reasons we're just simply turning the heat on. Just very light, but it's enough to make a big difference tonight. Here comes the cloud deck, and still lots of upper level moisture, but not a lot that really excites me as far as looking at rain. So our rain chance remains low. Temperatures, though, are warmer, upper 40s to mid 50s as we start your day tomorrow. In fact, near 60 along the coast of Brevard County. And it looks like we'll keep these clouds around for parts of the overnight hours. A little green speck here and there. Our forecast model is, I think, overdoing our rain prospects for tomorrow, and it doesn't show much. So a slight chance for a shower during the latter half of the afternoon. We keep the clouds around. There's also going to be kind of a weak front, if you want to call it that. Doesn't have any cold air with it, but it will clear us out. So Saturday looks fantastic. We will switch the wind around out of the north, which will cool down the beaches just a little bit into the 60s. But generally speaking, it looks very nice for all of us this weekend. Winter Garden tomorrow, back in the mid-70s. Only a slight 10% rain chance at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, 75 degrees Kissimmee celebration. And if you're heading up to Sanford, here's the change. 76 tomorrow. A little bit cooler with that north wind Saturday, but certainly not colder. I have put that to bed for a while. 5-day forecast, weekend always in view. The mid-70s. The big difference will be the sunshine we have wall-to-wall on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but low 80s are back, Martha. And I'm going to take a long look down Future Track Road and see if we can find any rain through next week coming up.
One local group is teaming with schools to help put a stop to sex trafficking here in Central Florida.
Getting law enforcement involved was the right thing to do.
How they're working to spot the possible signs of human trafficking there. Also, a woman whose dog was killed after it ran away from a sitter she hired online wants to make sure it never happens again.
The earliest severe weather warnings, only on Channel 9
Every time it rained, she had water coming into her home. She thought she had warranty protection, yet this contractor refused to fix it. Once the
weather forecast you can actually use.
Storms are going to pop up right when the kids get out of school.
And a traffic expert who knows more than just I-4.
I just worked out this alternate route.
Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays at 5.
At Channel 9 Eyewitness News, we know you need more than just a 5-day forecast.
That's why we use the tools here in Severe Weather Center 9 to break down the science behind your weather.
We take you beyond the numbers to focus on how weather impacts your life, giving you a first-hand perspective so you'll always have the full story.
Every day, every newscast.
Channel 9 Eyewitness News is weather coverage you can count on.
This is Orlando. Here, innovation comes in every form and thriving businesses in every size. So if you think you know all there is to know about Orlando, you don't know the half of it.
Experience amazing at Lexus of Winter Park, where we have a great selection of the 2017 RX 350. Over 200 to choose from with our best prices of the entire year. Visit us today at lexusofwinterpark.com.
A local woman wants to sue a pet sitting company after her service dog ran away in their care and died.
That woman who was visiting from Argentina says she left her dog with a sitter from Rover.com, and while in the sitter's care, the dog ran away. As Channel 9's Shannon Butler reports, the woman now wants the company to fire the sitter and pay for what she lost.
He was my heart.
Jeanette Moisman's dog, Brownie, was her best friend.
He was so gorgeous. He was a good dog.
She says she was in a car accident 6 years ago. She can walk on her own, but says her legs are numb. So she got Brownie as a service dog. And in September, dog and owner boarded a plane from Argentina to Orlando for vacation. And now she's going home without him.
We were coming on celebration, you know, and it ended up like the worst nightmare ever.
She told Channel 9 she didn't want Brownie to spend long days at the theme parks and malls, so she hired a pet sitter from Rover.com, a popular pet sitting website. On September 25th, Brownie was spending the day in this Orlando neighborhood when she got out of the house. For days, Moisman looked for him. 10 days later, Brownie was found dead near I-4.
He was supposed to live for a long time. He was taken away from me.
Now she's working with a lawyer, hoping that the company doesn't allow the woman to sit for pets again. Moisman got this 3-month-old named Sky just a few weeks ago, but says nobody can replace Brownie.
I was not expecting this to happen. You know, you come here, you go on vacations, you expect everything to be perfect. And now I feel that I'm a terrible mother, that because of what I did, he ended up dead.
In Orlando, Shannon Butler, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
A Rover.com spokesperson told us they can't talk specifics about this case, but says in these types of incidents, a team does help to bring the dog home, including using a pet Amber Alert system and online notices. In a statement, they said, in part, we understand that the loss of a dog is a loss of a family member, and our hearts go out to Brownie's family. Millions of nights have been booked on Rover, and while situations like this are rare, we take everyone very seriously. Drivers in one Central Florida town getting quite a surprise after being pulled over this week.
Coming up, how some drivers are getting free cash just for obeying the law.
And ahead, 5 years after creating a special crime task force, Stanford officials are asking another agency to join their fight against crime.
Then next, right here, we'll find out how one local group is working with schools to fight the problem of sex trafficking in our area.
Martha Sigalski and Greg.
Oh my God. Look it out. How you doing? raunchy. This is so exciting.
Friends, tonight at 11 on TV 27.
Now you can get Channel 9 Eyewitness News updates on your Amazon Echo device. How cool is this? You ask a question, Alexa, what's in the news today? And it gives you an answer.
Here's your flash briefing from WFTV in Orlando.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Channel 9's Jamie Holmes. Today, the union's representing...
To get news updates, open the Alexa app on your phone, search WFTV under Skills, then enable the flash briefing.
What is ICFlorida.com?
It gives us great insider information of what's going on locally.
If I go to the IC Florida app, it's easy for me to see what's new and what's hot.
If SD is there, you're there. And SD is everywhere.
Having the food critic on here, Scott Joseph, definitely helps to see what's good, what's not. It makes you feel like you're part of this town, so why not? IC Florida, go local, go fun!
Go inside Central Florida with ICFlorida.com. Brought to you by Daytona Beach.
Channel 9 anchor Nancy Alvarez in Puerto Rico with relief teams.
So we can go out there and save lives and help people.
Giving you perspective, connecting with families, sharing their stories of hope.
I have so much to show you from this neighborhood. This is the line that is formed.
As Central Florida responds and welcomes new families to our communities,
I'll see you in Kissimmee, okay?
Channel 9 Eyewitness News is committed to telling the stories of Puerto Rico. It's coverage you can count on.
When you watch Eyewitness News at 10,
we're going to make it worth your while.
It's not the news you already know. It's new local stories happening now.
Investigations that give you better perspective from local neighborhoods.
Inside sources reveal it's a major community problem that's been ignored for years.
Weather conditions change every minute. That's why I'm constantly tracking your local forecast.
I'm Martha Sigalski.
And I'm George Estevez. Join us for Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 10 on TV 27.
A teenage girl smuggled into America became a victim of sex trafficking. Now, 2 people here in Central Florida have been arrested in connection with this case after she was trafficked for a second time.
Tonight, that teen is working to turn her life around. Meanwhile, one local group is working with Orange County schools to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. As Channel 9's Janine Reyes found out, school staff are now looking for signs of human trafficking.
The school stepping forward, getting law enforcement involved was the right thing to do and might have saved this young girl's life.
NBI Director Ron Stucker says the 10-month investigation that landed 47-year-old Juan Parada behind bars for paying a minor for sex is the same investigation that ended with this teary-eyed mugshot of the victim's family member accused of trafficking the girl. The teen escaped El Salvador after being forced to work in a brothel at the age of 14.
Had been rescued by law enforcement. But due to threats against her, chose to come to the United States and stay with family here.
None of her family would talk to us about the case. Detectives arrested 24-year-old Reina Mendoza Cotto for forcing the girl to have sex with Parada to help pay rent. The girl told a teacher at Prosperitas Academy about the abuse. That teacher reported it. Tomas Lars with Florida Abolitionist says his nonprofit is teaching OCPS staff how to spot human trafficking.
This year we've begun training with key staff in the Orange County School Board, psychologists, social workers, resource officers, teachers.
The training is voluntary. By March, they hope to have PSAs running in schools across the district, teaching everyone in the classroom about spotting suspected human trafficking.
It's one of those kind of silent crimes that's kept in the shadows and kept in the dark.
Janine Reyes, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Advocates say even if you just suspect human trafficking, it's better to be safe and call. Then they'll investigate it.
The family of a man shot and killed by 2 Orlando police officers has filed a lawsuit against them. The city and the police department. 28-year-old Eric Provost was killed at the Courtney Landing condos in January of last year. Police say Provost had a BB gun that looked like a real gun and wouldn't listen to the officers' commands. The police department responded to the wrongful death lawsuit, saying in part, quote, "There's no evidence that either officer committed intentional misconduct or acted with any degree of malice."
Florida residents have an extra 2 weeks now to sign up for health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. The enrollment period was supposed to end Friday after the Trump administration shortened it by 6 weeks, but Florida was granted an extension after a busy hurricane season. So far, more than 1 million people have signed up in Florida this year.
Tonight, music mogul Russell Simmons is denying new accusations from 3 women who say he raped them. The allegations stem from the 1980s and 1990s. In each case, friends and associates of the accuser said that they have
perks to this job.
Yeah.
So when I got the text today that the great Oscar Robertson, Dr. J, Bernard King, Lisa Leslie were all going to be here.
Iceman,
Dr. J. I called Ben. You know Ben, the little.
Yeah, we know Ben.
Yeah.
Just turned 40.
You mean Nate? Yeah, no.
No,
Ben is the guy. When Nate's walking, Ben is the guy who's kissing his ass.
Yeah, I got it.
But I said, Ben, get me a basketball, and I got Kevin and Shaq added to, and that's going to be one of my prior possessions in my house.
That's the first time you got a ball signed? I think that's the first time I've seen you get an autograph since 1997, when I saw everybody who was at the. You remember the NBA's 50 Greatest?
Yes.
Everybody was going around and getting everything signed. Yeah, this was a team photo for the,
it was.
the ages.
You don't know
right
these
here,
names,
man.
you don't know the game, right, Kenny? You got that right. That is a serious Mount Rushmore.
I'm just happy to be in there.
I ain't putting no hashtags.
It's great to be in there.
You know, I got Lisa Leslie and Shaq to sign it. I didn't get you to sign it.
Hey, let me.
I didn't get you to sign it either. I got the same ball. I was like, I see this dude.
LeBron James, Lonzo Ball.
Talking about the pressures of being a young player with such high expectations. And because there are probably saying your dad's an idiot. He might have said that too, but it's not that many players that come into the league with the expectations that he's had. You know, LeBron was one of them, and Kobe wasn't that. Kevin Garnett wasn't really that kind of expectations. They were all supposed to be groomed into greatness. So, there's very few guys he can actually have a conversation with, you know. Shaquille was close to that.
Yeah.
Close. Shaq was that. He could have had that conversation.
He probably told him, kid, I like your game. Take your time. It'll come to you. See, the problem is when you Google Alonzo Ball, you know, his highlights, he's coming 5 feet behind the three-point line. He's doing this. He's playing real aggressive. And now he's not playing aggressive. So, you know, LeBron is just, you know, being an elder.
Well, I still play aggressive in my highlights because they're highlights, Shaq.
Put yourself in Lonzo's shoes. Did anybody have that conversation with you? Any veteran have that conversation with you after facing Shaquille O'Neal for the first time?
No, because my mentality was always that of a Chinese karate movie. Like, even though I idolized Barkley and all those guys, at some point, the student must kill the master to become the master. So, you know, at first I idolized those guys. I thought they were superhuman. But once I got in the game and, like, I almost blocked Patrick Ewing's shot, and I was like, okay, you know, this is normal. I could do it. And then, you know, my confidence, you know, stepped up a little bit.
Well, for me, I thought the best thing ever happened to me was Moses Malone became a father figure for me. I call him Dad.
Yeah.
We also had the great Dr. J. We had Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Clement Johnson, Clinton Richardson, Bobby Jones. Those guys, they didn't just teach me about basketball. I mean, everybody know I had to lose 50 pounds because I was 300 pounds in college. Moses got me down to 250. But Dr. J talked to me about saving my money. He says, you're going to be retired in your early 30s. He took me shopping. He said, son, this is professional basketball. You can't wear warm-up suits. So that's the thing I always tell Bill Russell, who's one of the greatest people who ever mentored me in my life. He called me one day. He says, this Charles Barkley? I said, yes, sir. He says, I don't want to see you on TV talking about taxes anymore, complaining about taxes. I said, Mr. Russell, I pay a lot of taxes. He said, son, did you grow up poor? I said, yes, sir, Mr. Russell. He says, did the police ever come in your neighborhood? Yeah. He said, did you go to public school? He said, well, somebody was paying those salaries who made more money than you. So now just because you made it, don't complain about paying more in taxes. I mean, and I'm pretty sure, and so it taught me a great lesson. I never complained about my taxes. I'm just blessed. But I guarantee you, LeBron's a great guy and a great man. He's probably telling that kid, hey, kid, because he says, there's a lot of noise, and most of the noise coming from your daddy. Just play basketball. You know, because everybody I've talked to say he's a nice kid. We don't know how his playing career is going to come out, but his dad puts so much pressure. He makes people are taking their frustrations out on the nitwit on his son. Yeah. That's the problem he's got, because Patrick Beverly went at him at game one. Game one, yeah. So, but people, his dad
put a target on his back.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the target's not on him because I wouldn't miss him.
We do have a tweet.
May 5th.
Just so you know what
That is funny right there.
Okay.
That is funny.
That brings up something else, Ken. Do you see those guys as teammates?
No, I think LeBron James is far from thinking about that, honestly. Zoe should try to figure out a way to get to Cleveland before LeBron is figuring out a way to get to L.A., you know, if that's the case. But, again, overall, I just think that he understands the pressure that he's under. Other than that, you know, and the difference is LeBron James' pressure, he was able to back it up with his play early, even though they didn't make the playoffs his first year as a rookie. But he took notice. The league took notice of him right away.
And that's how you alleviate pressure.
And you alleviate the pressure, and you got to take notice, because the things that you're supposedly good at, you got to start to be great at. And the things that you're great at, you got to be unstoppable in. And the things that hasn't translated for him right now in NBA. The things he was good at in college, he's just okay now in the NBA. And the things he wasn't good at, he can't even do now.
Lonzo Ball in this night on a losing effort for the Lakers. 13 points, 8 rebounds.
Early, though.
11 assists.
Early.
So 2 rebounds shy of his third triple-double.
13 points.
Yeah. 8, 13, 8, and 11.
LGLN.
What's that?
Lateral Green. Like
it is right here from
University of Georgia.
I know. I remember.
Lateral Green. I'm going to get a text from the Warriors. Like once a year, I get a text from him. I'm going to get one tonight. Hilarious.
What is style all about? Maybe something about personality? Once you find your own way of living, I think style is automatic. Tissot, every time, Swissmatic.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Phillips. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length, and be your best you with one blade from Phillips. Phillips.
TNT is presented by State Farm. It's the defending champion Golden State Warriors facing the Dallas Mavericks. A look at the best records in the NBA. Golden State is at 22-6, a game behind Houston and Boston. Cleveland with the victory earlier tonight, now standing at 21-8 as we welcome you to Game 2 of our Thursday night doubleheader. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert, along with Hall of Famer Kevin McHale, will be joined in a moment by Ali LaForce working the sidelines. So, Kevin, here are the Warriors, winners of 7 in a row. Dallas at the other end of the spectrum at the moment, although they played well recently. However, as we take a look at both teams, they are hit hard by by injury, but Golden State has done a terrific job with their bench picking up the slack.
Yeah, no question. I think these injuries have allowed Steve Kerr to play some bench guys, let them get a little bit more experience playing with the starters, and he's really got a renewed energy and a little more vigor on the defensive end by the Golden State Warriors. And Kevin Durant's been on fire, and that's why they've won 7 in a row.
As we look at the lineups, Harrison Barnes, the former Warrior, Golden State with the same group that started Monday night against Portland. Omri Caspi is in for the injured Draymond Green. The rookie Jordan Bell for the injured Zaza Pachulia. And Sean Livingston playing for the injured Steph Curry. The officiating crew, John Goble, Matt Boland, C.J. Washington. Warriors Monday night here at home beat Portland 111-104 despite 3 starters sideline. Warriors shot 55%, 10 of 20 from three-point land, 26 assists on 44 field goals, while Dallas split their last 12, including wins over the Clippers, Nuggets, Spurs, OKC, Milwaukee. And the last game, Kevin, this past Tuesday night in Dallas, they beat San Antonio 95-89 to overshadow the successful return of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle said we're 1-0. He said he's looking at the positives, Mark. He said we're 1-0. We won our game this week, and Mavericks are playing better. Big win against San Antonio.
This is Bell, the rookie out of Oregon. Durant, played by rookie Kleba. And Thompson able to knock it down. Talking with Steve Kerr earlier, he said that he was concerned about tonight. I don't know if this is coach talk, but he did not like the body language during the course of his shoot-around. Here is Nowitzki from straight away.
Nice pass by Kleber. Right away, got it and just threw it over to Nowitzki, and Nowitzki knocks down his first jumper.
But Steve was saying it's kind of a natural type of ball game for a letdown against the Mavericks. Thompson changed his mind, but Bell was not looking that way.
Yeah, Steve didn't like the energy and shoot around this morning, and so hopefully the Golden State Warriors will pick it up here.
Can you really tell, or is he just looking to shake things up
No,
here?
seriously, there are days in the morning when you're coaching, you look at your team, and everybody's just kind of got those dead eyes. They just aren't into it. There's not a lot of energy. And you see another inside-out play from Nowitzki to Farrell, and he knocks down the jumper. But yeah, you can sense that, Marv, at times, and he definitely sensed that today.
Durant trying to go glass. And this is Yogi Ferrell, who's playing for the injured rookie Dennis Smith. And a three-pointer by the former Warrior, Harrison Barnes. In the earlier game between these two teams, Golden State won by 30, and Barnes did not shoot well. He's averaged 18 a game against his former mates in the 4 games last year, as Thompson is able to convert.
Nice movement there. Klay Thompson fed the post, sprinted through, got the ball on the weak side, and just rose up and shot it over Matthews, who's a very, very good defender.
Farrell is off. Caspi with the rebound. Only Caspi has played well in a reserve role. In fact, he's worked his way into the starting lineup because of the injuries. As Livingston backs in, is called for the offensive foul.
Tough call. He's trying to back him down, and he got a foul. And as you see Barnes coming down here, Barnes has really turned into a heck of a scorer for this Mavericks team, and Rick Carlisle found a way to use them really efficiently, and so he's putting up numbers, but he's actually just been shooting the ball well and just playing very, very good basketball.
Averaged 18 a game, along with 7 rebounds, and this is second season with Dallas. Farrell able to slip through and drives all the way.
Yeah, that is poor defense right there. Someone's got to pick up the ball. You just can't let it go from the top of the key for a layup with nobody intercepting that driver.
Yogi Ferrell, a second-year player out of Indiana, was not drafted. Durant, that's a 2-point shot. Ferrell originally signed by the Nets and went to the G League and was signed by Dallas, and he's been a starter with Smith. Out, Smith might be back sometime early next week. Nice move by Matthews. Wesley Matthews got the roll.
The old up and under. Showed the ball to Omer Caspi, and Caspi took a bit on the pump fake and he stepped underneath. Nice move.
Durant able to take all the way.
Wow. That is so smooth. I mean, he just put the ball on the floor, a little change of direction, and a running 6-7 footer using the glass. Boy, right now, Kevin Durant's in a really good rhythm on the offensive end.
Matthews played by Thompson. Nowitzki posting up against Livingston. Dirk Nowitzki plays about 25 minutes a game. Says he wants to play another season, and Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks, says he can play as long as he would like. Foul is called on Bell.
As you see KD just going in there and laying that off the glass, nice and soft. Yeah, I talked to Dirk before the game, went in the locker room and sat down with Dirk for a second or two, and he feels good. Dirk, you know, he says he's really enjoying himself. His body feels pretty good. But he did tell me, he goes, you know, Marv, he said, some days I wake up, I just don't feel that good. I said, yeah, that's because being an old NBA player.
Barnes not able to hit. Well, Dirk in his 20th year. He'll be 40 years old next June. Caspi played by Barnes. Here is Durant. Quick release. And Nowitzki able to pick it up. Caspi able to switch over to Matthews. There's Matthews on the spin. Beautifully done by Wesley Matthews. And Steve Kerr wants to talk with Dallas in front by 6. You're watching the NBA on TNT.
Rated M for mature.
They purchased their season tickets using their American Express card. They'll now be enjoying tonight's game courtside, courtesy of American Express.
Introducing Works Pegasus, a next-generation all-in-one work table and clamping system. Pegasus holds tight at any angle. Steel reinforcement makes Pegasus super strong. A workspace, any place.
Got another one.
Works Pegasus.
This holiday season, cozy up as City presents Very Merry Movies with 17 all-new romantic Christmas movies.
He's my work friend. He's my friend. Our families have despised each other ever since I can remember. I'm sorry, I couldn't go.
Did something happen between you?
It's hard not to notice you from across the room.
I know that we just met, but...
Very Merry Movies, all December long on City.
With the new Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
It's about following their lead and teamwork. It's about the fundamentals and having fun. It's about the values of the game, and it's for everyone. Visit juniornba.ca to learn more.
This Christmas, Sportsnet invites you to a holiday hoopla starring the First Joel, Christmas Porzingis, Jolly Old James, Kevin McAllister Durant, Let's go! Ho-Ho Harden, Rusty the Throwman,
Season opening and throws it down.
Santa's Wolfpack, and LeVar Ball's son. 4 games, a Christmas Slam Jam. Coming to Sportsnet 1.
Sunday on Rogers Hometown Hockey. 2 proud hockey cities separated by the Rockies, but connected by a decades-long rivalry. See Sean Monahan and the Calgary Flames take on Brock Besser and the Vancouver Canucks.
Here's Besser dragging with his shot, scores!
And join us in the foothills of the Rockies in Airdrie, Alberta. Hometown's big stars. Rogers Hometown Hockey, Flames Canucks. Sunday on Sportsnet.
Welcome back to Oakland, where the Mavs have an early 14-8 lead. You know, there aren't a lot of teams in any sport on any level that can lose 3 starters and not miss a beat. Golden State is one of them. Now, they are hopeful that everybody will be back next week with the exception of Steph Curry, who continues to heal from the ankle injury. The goal was to reevaluate him next Tuesday, but in the meantime, he's doing a lot of work, not running yet, but doing low-impact training, altered G machine, and bike work. Rehab is going as well as it can, guys. I asked Coach Kerr who benefits the most from Steph's absence. He says it's the whole team because Steph gives us such a margin for error. We can play a little loose, we can take some chances. When he's not here, we don't have that margin for error, so it's greater focus on turnovers and certainly team defense. As of right now, the 3 games without Steph, they're holding teams to 39% shooting and under 100 points per game, so not too bad.
All right, thank you, Allie. Saw Sean Livingston called for the double dribble after he hit the jumper at the other end. And obviously the Warriors would love to see Steph Curry make it back soon, but he talked to Steve Kerr about it. He said, yeah, it's good for his team. It's a challenge now without Curry as Barnes is able to hit on the spin.
Yeah, nice move by Barnes. Hard drive left, spun back, shallow right-handed jump hook. I really like the way Dallas is moving the ball right now, though. Everything they're doing is really decisive on the offensive end. Really good offensive basketball by the Dallas Mavericks.
Here's Durant from way downtown. And it's last touch by Dallas.
Yeah, just kind of out-hustled him. Just didn't grab the basketball. You got to go get that thing. And right now, Armory Caspi just got in the paint and fought hard for a second chance point there for the Warriors.
Rick Carlisle with a substitution. Antonio Cleveland, rookie from Southeast Missouri State, has come on. This is Matthews for 3. And Caspi with the rebound. 7 straight wins for Golden State, including winning 6 of 6 on that recent road trip. Nice move, and Livingston thought that he was hacked on the play. The Warriors were on the road playing 19 games in 24 days, and now they have 9 out of the next 10 here at home.
Yeah, they earned this homestand with a really rugged road schedule so far.
With 2 on the shot clock, Barnes had to heave it up. And again, it's taken down by Caspi.
Great defense by the Warriors that entire 24 seconds. Everybody's up on the ball. Everybody's moving their feet. They're collapsing. Really nice defense.
Bell able to bank it home. Jordan Bell, the second-round pick of the Bulls and then acquired by Golden State for cash, has played extremely well. Game is tied.
Introducing Works Advanced Intelligence Drill, an evolution in tool technology with 3 amazing new features. BitLock automatically centers and locks in bits. Safe Drive senses when the screw is seated and stops the drill for you. And Pulse Assist is anti-slip technology that makes it simple to drill into hard materials and remove stripped screws. AI does the thinking so you can focus on the doing. Works AI Drill.
And the skies of night were alive with light, with a throbbing, thrilling flame. Let yourself get lost in the wonder, because wherever it takes you, we'll light the way.
It's about following their lead and teamwork. It's about the fundamentals and having fun. It's about the values of the game, and it's for everyone. Visit juniornba.ca to learn more.
In the beginning, there was Bob, and Bob spoke unto thee.
A memorable day in Canadian radio.
And Bob saw it was good, but Bob wanted more.
Bob, you're too boring. You need to be a character. Obnoxious.
Get a life.
Arrogant.
What kind of cockamamie organization is this?
Larger than life. And I created this guy.
Primetime Sports with Bob McCowan on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and Sportsnet 360. In Bob, we trust.
The new Philips TurboStar air fryer roasts, grills, bakes, and fries quickly with little to no oil.
Nice.
Wish my Uncle Frank would lay off the oil.
Hey, Gare, the back ain't gonna oil itself. Huh?
For great gifts, Canadian Tire's got it. Get your uncle the Works Pegasus Sawhorse and Work Table, portable and versatile. Came in handy when I made this.
Whoa.
It's a piano. For great gifts, Canadian Tire's got it.
A century ago, a league was born on my back. I felt the first puck drop, tasted the sweat, and tears of bitter rivals. A century later, the league stands strong, and I carry those rivals as they return home. The 2017 Scotiabank NHL 100 Classic. Canadians, Senators. Saturday on Sportsnet and CBC.
Back in Oakland, let's take a look at what works. Presented by Sprint.
Since it's presented by Sprint, the first thing Dallas must do is sprint back. No easy baskets, which means no turnovers, and you're going to have to shoot it well against this Golden State team. Yeah, as opposed to shooting it poorly. I know you like that key. Yeah, because you're going to have to make some shots against this Golden State team, as you see Barnes make one there. Then from Golden State, take care of the ball, aggressive defense, and then get that ball movement. All three of those things show your team's engaged and ready to play, Mark.
So Barnes now with 7 points. I always feel a coach should tell his team you have to shoot the ball well. Yeah. Andre Iguodala has come on for the first time, as has Patrick McCaw. Thompson is off. McCaw on the back tap, but Farrell is on it. Farrell had an excellent game the other night in the win over Dallas, 7 of 14, 16 points. How about 8 rebounds for Farrell, who is listed at 6 foot. That shot rims out, and Durant brings it up. Kevin Durant, Western Conference. Oh, beautiful move by Durant. The Western Conference Player of the Week off to the good start. He now has 6 points, and the game is tied.
So smooth. A little crossover, gets an edge on him, and never lets him get back, and ends up with a two-hand flush.
Matthews looking for Kleba. Here's Matthews off the pick. Thompson. See Cleveland switching off as Thompson trying to put a move on, and he's hit on a reach-in.
Yeah, you see KD come over, a little crossover, just gets an edge and goes in and throws it down. I mean, nice, beautiful movement, and great finish by KD. And that last possession, too much dribbling by Klay Thompson. That's not how the Golden State Warriors want to play. They have great ball movement and body movement. You know, they don't play much. They play very little ISO ball.
Devin Harris has checked in for Dallas. Iguodala for 3. Rebounded by Looney. Kevon Looney coming on for the first time. Durant for 3.
But when he sets that pick up there, puts so much pressure on the defense. If you even take a half a step towards that guard to help out a little bit, Kevin Durant pops back and just knocks down that 3. Ooh, tough play to guard.
And that stops an 11-2 run for Golden State, as Barea, who just checked in with Harris, is able to hit. This is Quinn Cook, the second-year man from Duke, coming on for Steve Kerr, who's just made some wholesale changes.
Yeah, as I talked about, you see that screen right there. Kleber gets caught up a little bit. They don't talk the switch out. JJ Barea is just laid on the closeout, and you see KD knock it down.
Maxi Kleber, who was signed as a free agent, had played in Germany and Spain for 8 years, wearing number 42 for The Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki checks back in now. And a foul is called, a offensive foul on Cook, using his left hand to push away the defender.
Yeah, still able to get India, draw fouls, made it 3-0 the left corner, last possession down. And J.J. Barea is playing very, very good basketball for this Dallas Mavericks team, stabilizing that second unit.
Nice pass to Harris from Barea.
Nice offense. Beautiful pass. Wonderful cut by Harris. It's really fun to see Dallas Mavericks moving that ball, moving those bodies on the offensive end.
Just under 2 to go in this first quarter. Here's Durant on a fadeaway. It counts in the foul on Matthews. So Durant using his length to take advantage of Wesley Matthews. Now they say the foul on Harris, who came over to help out. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by American Express, the official card of the NBA, and by Google Home Mini. Kevin Durant with the last 8 points for the Warriors, and they lead it by 1. Dwight Powell in now for Dallas. He's been playing well off the bench. Harris came up short. McCall takes on the hop. Mavericks got back. Catch and shoot by McCall. Barea picked up on the switch by Durant. Barea with some daylight hits the 3.
Nice flare screen by Dirk Nowitzki, coming over and getting Barea open after the feeding the post to Wes Matthews. Nice play again by Dallas Maverick on the offensive end.
Durant's pass picked off. Devin Harris, J.J. Barea. Barea had a strong game and a win over San Antonio the other night. Now being played by Looney. Barea goes right at him for the fade and hits. Mavericks now 12 for 20 from the field.
Yeah, and the one bugaboo that Golden State's had early part of this season has been turnovers. Tonight they already have 6 of them. Make that 7. Foul. Yeah, make that 7 offensive fouls, a turnover against Looney. Barea has really come in and give this team a lot of energy. A couple of threes, and JJ sees that pick, and this is what you do. You run into him, watch you grab him, run into him, and then act like you got run over by a truck, and you draw the offensive foul. Good move by Barea.
Golden State leads the NBA in first quarter turnovers, their 3rd overall. As you mentioned, 17 a game. Foul is on Cook. Now Sean Livingston will come back. They had a foul to give. Just 5.6 left in this first quarter.
See if you get a little pin down action and get Barea another shot. He's been hot.
Well, Harris with a spin and ends up going flying to the sideline. So with 1.4 to go, Warriors put it in play. So a strong quarter for Dallas, and after 1, they have a 4-point lead.
Here you are, the moment when bluffing is the only way to win. You're freaking out, kiddo. But think about all those times you've bluffed yourself. Like the pull-up bar, waiting for you to get back in shape. That book you're definitely going to read. Your parents, who you swear never ever had sex. Use that talent. Because if you can bluff yourself, you can bluff anyone. PokerStars.net. You're already a great poker player.
In the beginning, there was Bob, and Bob spoke unto thee.
A memorable day in Canadian radio.
And Bob saw it was good, but Bob wanted more.
Bob, you're too boring. You need to be a character. Noxious.
Get a life.
Arrogant.
What kind of cockamamie organization is this?
Larger than life. And I created this guy.
Primetime Sports with Bob McCowan on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and Sportsnet 360. In Bob, we trust.
Hungry for an amazing deal? Right now, you can get 2 Whopper sandwiches for just $7 at Burger King. 2 flame-grilled Whopper sandwiches for just $7. Now that's tasty. Or you can mix and match. The 2 for $7 deal. Only at Burger King.
On my way to something more. You're that one I can't ignore. I'm gonna miss you. A real love is never a waste of time.
Celebrate the NBA season of giving this holiday season when you purchase a Spalding basketball at participating Sport Check locations nationwide. Spalding and the NBA will donate another Spalding basketball to Canadian Tire's Jumpstart charities. Jumpstart is dedicated to removing barriers to play, to give kids across Canada a sporting chance. Happy holidays from your friends at Spalding and the NBA.
A century ago, a league was born on my back.
A sporting chance.
I felt the
Happy
first
holidays
puck
from your
drop,
friends at Spalding
tasted the
and
sweat,
the NBA.
Tears of bitter rival. A century ago, a league was born on my back.
A sporting chance.
I felt the
Happy
first
holidays
puck
from your
drop,
friends at Spalding and the NBA.
Tears of bitter rival. A century ago, the 2017 Scotiabank was born on
A sporting chance.
I felt the
Happy
first
holidays
puck
from your
drop,
friends at Spalding and the NBA.
Tears of bitter rival. A century ago, the 2017 Scotiabank was born on
A sporting chance. Happy holidays from your friends at Spalding and the NBA. A sporting chance. Happy holidays from your friends at
having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Golden State shot over 60% from the field. How can you challenge them more defensively?
Well, you know, Durant's going to make some tough shots. We got to make it hard on him and Thompson, and we can't let the other guys beat us.
Thank you, Ken.
Rick Carlisle in his 10th season as head coach of the Dallas Mavericks and all 16 seasons as an NBA head coach. Nice pass. Nowitzki set it up for the cutting Harris. Rick Carlisle, a one-time teammate of yours in Boston. Spent 3 years with the Celtics, member of the 1986 Celtic championship team.
Yes, good friend Rick Carlisle. He's doing a really nice job with this team here. The Dallas Mavericks have been playing better and better the last couple of weeks. Nice cut again by Thompson. This is a bunny air at the rim.
And a pretty pass from David West, who just came out. Oh, Berea with a pretty move to set it up. Powell could not get to it. Iguodala for Thompson for 3. Yes. Klay Thompson from downtown, so he has 7 points. And the Mavericks lead is now 3.
They turn turnovers into 3 points faster than any team in the league, the Golden State Warriors do. Oof.
Dallas with 11 points off turnovers in the first quarter. Nowitzki with a turnaround and the foul.
Classic Dirk. Turn around over that right shoulder. Just get the leg up, the one-legger. And boy, that is a hard. I've seen this, I mean, a million times. Little step back, pump fake, and boy, he can make this shot in his sleep. Fun to see him still playing well, Marv.
Dirk only 1 of 8 in the game Tuesday night at home. They went over San Antonio, played 27 minutes. And that's an unusual stat line for Nowitzki. So West now on the floor with Caspi, Thompson, McCaw, Iguodala. Thompson had it knocked aside, picked up by Harris. Berea. Played by Caspi. Here's Harris for three, way off.
Harris is not really a three-point shooter. That's kind of a discombobulated offensive set there for the Mavs.
Iguodala. And here's Harris with Iguodala back. Dallas Mavericks at 8-20 over the last 12 games. They have won 6. And a foul is called on the Warriors, who are questioning the call. It's on Caspi. Talking with Rick Carlisle earlier tonight, he said when he first came to the Celtics, you were the first person on the Celtics to invite him over to the house for dinner.
Yes. Yeah, Lynn made dinner for us, and that was back when my wife cooked, Marv. Lynn's been on a cooking strike for a while, but yes, she has.
I figured it was a takeout that you brought in.
No, Lynn at least cooked a lot back then. Now that we're kind of just living together, it's her and I, no kids, not a lot of cooking.
Oh, Powell somehow getting to that pass, and it's a 24-second violation.
Yeah, I always got along with Rick really well. Good teammate, really a smart, heady player, and just became a great head coach. Got a world championship under his belt, and just is able to take a lot of different teams, play a lot of different styles, and he finds a way with each team to make them competitive.
Yes, he's considered by other coaches to be in that elite group of NBA head coaches. Did the job at Indiana and Detroit. Thompson had it knocked away. This has got to be a very rough season, though, for Rick Carlisle. Although he was very positive,
yeah,
before the game.
He said he's enjoying it. You know, Marv, as long as your team plays really hard and gives you everything you got, as a coach, that's all you can ask is Omri's going to line up a three.
Whoa, a rainbow.
A lot of air under that one.
He was twirling the ball, looking for the right spot.
Too much time. Nice cut by Harris again. Really nice cut. Harris has done a great job of just collapsing the paint by cutting and getting the ball, and just a lot of good movement again by the Dallas Mavericks.
And they have their biggest lead as Steve Kerr wants to talk. Perhaps Steve did see something in the shoot-around earlier today.
Yes, he did.
Talked about the lack of energy this morning. We'll be right back.
You might not ever just stand there looking at it. You may never even sit in the back seat. Hey, but maybe you should.
And the skies of night were alive with light, with a throbbing, thrilling flame. Let yourself get lost in the wonder, because wherever it takes you, we'll light the way.
Today in Texture, I'm going to climb to new heights. Find my next fashion inspiration. And tomorrow, who knows what I'll find?
With over 200 magazines, Texture is the gift that lets you choose everything. Subscribe today at texture.ca or directly within the...
Watch the NBA with more features than ever before with NBA League Pass. Get more games here than anywhere else. Plus, get interactive in-game stats with NBA Mobile View. NBA League Pass. Get it now at nba.com/League Pass or with the NBA app.
With the new Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
It's about following their lead and teamwork. It's about the fundamentals and having fun. It's about the values of the game, and it's for everyone. Visit juniornba.ca to learn more.
This Christmas, Sportsnet invites you to a holiday hoopla, starring the first Joel, Christmas Porzingis, Jolly Old James, Kevin McAllister Durant. Let's go! Ho, ho, ho! and LeVar Ball's son. 4 games. A Christmas Slam Jam. Coming to Sportsnet 1.
Sunday on Rogers Hometown Hockey. 2 proud hockey cities separated by the Rockies, but connected by a decades-long rivalry. See Sean Monahan and the Calgary Flames take on Brock Besser and the Vancouver Canucks.
Here's Besser dragging with his shot, scores!
And join us in the foothills of the Rockies in Airdrie, Alberta. Hometown's big stars. Rogers Hometown Hockey, Flames Canucks. Sunday on Sportsnet.
Welcome back to Oracle Arena in Oakland. Dallas up by 8 over Golden State. Other than Durant, Warriors have scored only once in the last 8.5 minutes. This is West with the snap and the foul on Nowitzki. So West with the bucket and will head to the line. Well, Kevin Garnett, fellow you know pretty well.
Very well.
Is keeping it real in Area 21, presented by Metro PCS. Follow at KGARE 21 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more with KG and tonight's guest, basketball legends Oscar Robertson, Julius Erving, George Gervin, Bernard King, and Lisa Leslie, all Hall of Famers.
Oh, I'd love to be in there on that one. We've got some great guests in that Area 21.
Thompson did not look like he wanted to shoot, then thought he was fouled. So Klay Thompson able to knock it down. It's a 3-point game. There's Berea from way downtown. Good play by McCaw, able to tip it to Caspi. Thompson not able to handle that pass, and here's Berea able to lay it home.
These turnovers got to be driving Steve Kerr crazy. I mean, I think that's their 10th turnover right now, 10th or 11th, and Dallas is really making them pay on that. They got 13 points, I think, off their turnovers. So they've got to take better care of the ball. Golden State does.
Thompson comes up short, and the foul is on the Warriors. It's on West. We check it with Allie LaForce. Allie.
In the Warriors' last huddle, Coach Kerr had 9 turnovers written really big on the dry erase board, and he circled it. He sat down and he said, this is the problem. He said, listen, keep getting stops on defense, and when we get on the offensive end, make the effort plays. When you cut to the basket, make it the hardest cut you've ever made in your life, and stop turning the ball over, and we'll be okay.
You remember early last season as Nowitzki fires from 3 and converts. Turnovers the problem for Golden State.
Yeah, I agree. You know, they have a lot of ball movement, body movement, but sometimes they get very careless and they just start flipping the ball around a little too much. And you know, some of their turnovers are good defense, but some of them are just careless passes or trying to squeeze passes in the areas you just can't fit that ball into.
The rookie Antonius Cleveland called for the foul. On the subject of Cleveland, that is the franchise Cleveland, the Cavaliers earlier tonight here on TNT defeated the Lakers 121-112. LeBron James, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 59th career triple-double to tie your former teammate Larry Bird for 6th all-time. Number 1 is, and will be in the studio with Kevin Garnett, Oscar Robertson, 181, and he is the all-time leader. Foul is on Harris. So Dallas with their 13th foul, and Caspi to the line. The NBA on TNT is being brought to you by the United States Marine Corps and by the 2018 Ford F-150 that doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar. This is a Golden State team, when all is in good health, leads the NBA in scoring, shooting percentage, three-point shooting, assists, how about blocked shots, and not only the best three-point shooting team, but also the best mid-range shooting team, and the number 1 in opponents' field goal percentage. The turnover number is is not good as Berea's run into off the fake. McCall picks up the foul.
Of all those stats you just kind of rattled off there, Marv, the block shot one really stands out. You would not expect this team, the way it's constituted, to have the #1 shot blocking team in the NBA. They have so much length, and but everybody gets a block or so a game, and as a team they block a lot of shots.
And Kevin Durant, who just checked back in, is among the leaders in block shots. They average 9 block shots a game, which is first in the league. Yogi Ferrell, played by Sean Livingston. Berea, guarded by McCall. Shot clock is down to 2. Down to 1. They just did get it off. Back tapped, and another possession for Dallas. Ferrell putting behind the back. Good ball movement here by the Mavs, but cannot hit. Barnes rimmed out. Here's Durant. West try to pick him off. Now West down low. Caspi lays it home.
Beautiful. Boy, David West is making some wonderful passes from that elbow area, and Caspi knows how to cut, gets open, and lays it in.
Celebrate the NBA season of giving this holiday season when you purchase a Spalding basketball at participating Sport Check locations nationwide. Spalding and the NBA will donate another Spalding basketball to Canadian Tire's Jumpstart charities. Jumpstart is dedicated to removing barriers to play, to give kids across Canada a sporting chance. Happy holidays from your friends at Spalding and the NBA.
A century ago, a league was born on my back. I felt the first puck drop, tasted the sweat, and tears of bitter rivals. A century later, the league stands strong, and I carry those rivals as they return home. The 2017 Scotiabank NHL 100 Classic. Canadians, Senators. Saturday on Sportsnet and CBC.
Here you are. The moment when bluffing is the only way to win. You're freaking out, kiddo. But think about all those times you've bluffed yourself. Like the pull-up bar, waiting for you to get back in shape. That book you're definitely going to read. Your parents, who you swear never ever had sex. Use that talent. Because if you can bluff yourself, you can bluff anyone. PokerStars.net. You're already a great poker player.
Hey everyone, I'm Taylor.
I'm Catherine. I'm Courtney. Looking for a real relationship?
I'm on Match. Find that real match, that real good person.
I am looking to explore. I'm not a game player. I like nice guys. Hopefully he's out there. Check out Match right now for free. 18+.
With the new Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
Your mother is always right. That's for sure.
Watch the NBA with more features than ever before with NBA League Pass. Get more games here than anywhere else. Plus, get interactive in-game stats with NBA Mobile View. NBA League Pass. Get it now at nba.com/League Pass or with the NBA app.
We've got good IQ in terms of just knowing the game and seeing a lot of things multiple times. After a while, you just figure it out. But I think one of the keys is, Steve keeps everybody engaged, and, he starts, at the beginning of training camp just saying that we're going to need every single guy on the roster at some point during the year, and guys have bought into that.
And that has been the case as Cleveland is able to stuff it Steve Kerr tries to play everyone.
Yep.
David West has been one of the key members of that second unit. The other night in the win over Portland, he went 5 for 6, 10 points, had 4 blocked shots and a couple of slam dunks, which got the bench going.
Yeah, David showed me still got some hops. As you see Sean Livingston getting in there and battling away, and Cassie picks up the offensive rebound for a second shot.
Durant had a fire because the shot clock was down to 1. That first attempt did not hit the rim. Nice fake by Barnes. Takes to the rim. Tried the reverse, but it was blocked. Able to hold on to it. 3-point attempt. Missed by Matthews, but a foul. Barnes hit the floor.
Number 1 team in the league in blocks, and this is how they get him. KD coming over from the weak side. Nice help blocking Barnes. And you know, let's give Bob Myers a little bit of credit too here with the type of players that he picks up for Steve Kerr and this team. He has 2 guys that I coach. I had really the privilege of coaching, Omri Caspi and Sean Livingston. They are 2 of the team first, nicest people that I have been around, and it really fits into this Golden State, just the whole aura of being here and being a Golden State Warrior. Those 2 guys fit it perfectly. High IQ guys and just wonderful guys to be around. Really, they do a nice job of getting the right people here playing in this Golden State Warriors uniform.
Kevin, one of the great moves that Bob Myers made, and there have been many. Jordan Bell who committed that foul. Patrick McCaw, both second-round draft picks who were purchased in a cash move. Durant went down. He held his ankle for a moment. This is Bell underneath, getting it out to Caspi, who scores. And Durant backpedals, but looks to be hobbling a bit. 4.5 remaining in this first half. Dallas up by 6. Barnes, led by McCaw. Here's Barnes. Caspi can't hold on. Cleaver got to it. Matthews. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Caspi. It's an unusual stretch for the Warriors. They do not play again until next Monday night in LA against the Lakers, and then back home for a 7-game stand. This after being on the road 19 of 24 days. There's general manager Bob Myers, 2-time executive of the year.
And a very, very nice person. I really like Bob. He does a great job here, gets the right type people, high character players here in Golden State, and he and Steve Kerr have really a nice relationship.
Sitting next to one of the co-owners, Peter Goulder, a couple seats away from Joe Lacob, the other owner of the Warriors. Durant played tightly by Kleber. Bell passed on the shot. And a 3 on the 24. And Thompson with the bucket. He now has 11.
Nice pull-up by Klay Thompson. The pass led him into a shot. No dribble, just picks it up, and he's got a quick release.
Here's Matthews. Durant off the rebound. Durant accelerates. Finding Livingston. Missed the layup. Farrell fires. Bell is on it. Look out. Ran it to Durant, who appears to be all right after it looked like he hobbled momentarily just a couple minutes ago. Here's Durant on a turn. Yes.
Another fantastic catch and shoot shot.
Good run here by Golden State. 6 straight points, and it's a 2-point game.
There is something about a Guinness that reminds you there's less that separates us than brings us together. Here's to us all.
Introducing Works Pegasus, a next-generation all-in-one work table and clamping system. Pegasus holds tight at any angle. Steel reinforcement makes Pegasus super strong. A workspace, any place. Works Pegasus.
What if inspiration could come from where we least expect? And our path to the top was the road less traveled.
Whatever works.
What if we dared to be ourselves? And we never stopped creating.
As part of NBA Care's Season of Giving, the NBA, its teams and players are spreading holiday cheer and helping make a difference in the lives of children, families, and those in need. Join the NBA and share how you can give back by using hashtag NBA Cares. To learn more, visit cares.nba.com. Dallas has missed its last 7 shots. Cleveland. Matthews with a number of fakes. Bell and Livingston did not go for it, and it leads to a Maverick turnover.
Good solid defense there by Golden State. Multiple thrusts at the basket, multiple drive and kick opportunities for Dallas, but Golden State just kept them in front of them, and solid defense. Little bend, but don't break defense that last possession.
Thompson played tightly by Matthews. Bell. Try to bank it. Cleveland with the rebound for the Mavs. Kevin Harris back on the floor. So Harris and Ferrell in the backcourt. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, first half. Marv Albert, Kevin McHale, Allie LaForce from the Bay Area. And a travel is called on Matthews.
Really nice individual defense there by Bell. Took on Wes Matthews, who's a strong, powerful guy, smaller than Bell, but just wouldn't go for any of the fakes, just bodied him up and just used his length and ended up the traveling violation on Wes Matthews.
At Oregon, Jordan Bell, last season the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Pass inside for Livingston. Deflected out, last touch by Dallas. Now Bell will go over to the bench to chat with Steve Kerr. Bell, Iguodala, Thompson, Durant, and Livingston on the floor for the Warriors. Durant, yes! It counts. The game is tied at 43-16 for Durant. The foul on Kleba. And a three-point possibility.
Nice out of bounds play. Watch how he catches high and stays high. He catches that ball, gets right into his shot, has such a high release at the top of that. So hard to block it or even try to disrupt that shot. And little body action, got knocked down for an old-fashioned three-point play. The way we used to make them, Marv, long before they shot the three ball.
9-0 run here for Golden State. And they've taken a 1-point lead. Shot clock to 5. Nowitzki posting on Thompson and hit. So Dirk bouncing back from the 1 of 8. The other night now has 10 points. He's hit 4 for 5 from the field. Bell just not looking for his shot. Got it out to Iguodala.
I think that's what Steve Kerr was telling him when they were talking on the side. He said, don't shoot. I think he said shoot. I don't think he said don't shoot. I think he said you're wide open. You got to let one fly once in a while.
A minute left, first half. Steve would be the last guy to say don't shoot.
Yeah.
Nowitzki. This easily the best stretch of the night for Golden State. Livingston. Yes. Great spacing by the Warriors. They're getting their shots. Good looks.
They tried to go 2 for 1 here with the Mavs. See if they get a shot up here in the next couple seconds. There it is, 2 for 1.
Able to Harris. Able to knock it down. Hits the 3. He has 9 points. And Dallas back up by 2. Durant. The tip by Bell. So the game is tied.
Bell said, just wait, I'm going to get within my range, Marv. There he was. He had his range there.
Well, 4 points, along with 4 rebounds, and how about 5 assists?
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. Second differential. Game time. Nowitzki trying to set the pitch. He does. Harris blocked by Durant, and that'll do it for the first half. 7 ties, 9 lead changes. And Steve Kerr felt it should have been a 24-second violation. The officials are talking about it. Would have possibly provided the Warriors with a heave down court.
Yeah.
And what, a second and a half?
And yeah, second half. The referee said, "Nah, we're just gonna go in. They're all off the court now. We can't get them. We can't get them back on. Let's just play the second half here in a minute."
Now let's take another look right here. It was about what, point? Not much there.
Yeah. Nah. Steve's fighting a awful long fight for 0.5 seconds. Let it go, Steve.
We'll take a quick break and then we'll send it to EJ, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq with the American Express halftime report.
What is that?
Google Pixel 2.
Can it see at night?
For sure.
Whatever do they...
Never.
So it's a phone?
Well, it's a phone by Google.
Hungry for an amazing deal? Right now, you can get 2 Whopper sandwiches for just $7 at Burger King. 2 flame-grilled Whopper sandwiches for just $7. Now that's tasty. Or you can mix and match. The 2 for $7 deal, only at Burger King.
This holiday season, plan a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your guests. Visit arrivealive.org for some party smart tips, like having alcohol-free drinks and lots of snacks, planning for guests to stay over, and keeping extra cash for taxis. Find out more about supporting sober driving online at arrivealive.org or inquire at your local beer store. Happy holidays and thank you from Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
With the new Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
It's about following their lead and teamwork. It's about the fundamentals and having fun. It's about the values of the game, and it's for everyone. Visit juniornba.ca to learn more.
In the beginning, there was Bob, and Bob spoke unto thee.
A memorable day in Canadian radio.
And Bob saw it was good, but Bob wanted more.
Bob, you're too boring. You need to be a character. Obnoxious.
Get a life.
Arrogant.
What kind of cockamamie organization is this?
Larger than life. And I created this guy.
Primetime Sports with Bob McCowan on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and Sportsnet 360. In Bob we trust.
A century ago, a league was born on my back. I felt the first puck drop, tasted the sweat, and tears of bitter rivals. A century later, the league stands strong, and I carry those rivals as they return home. The 2017 Scotiabank NHL 100 Classic. Canadians, Senators. Saturday on Sportsnet and CBC.
This Christmas, Sportsnet invites you to a holiday hoopla, starring the first Joel, Christmas Porzingis, Jolly Old James, Kevin McAllister Durant, let's go Ho-Ho Harden, Rusty the Throwman,
He's an opening and throws it down,
Santa's Wolfpack, and LeVar Ball's son. 4 games, a Christmas Slam Jam. Coming to Sportsnet 1. Supreme Access, Sportsnet World. Subscribe today.
Golden State 22-6 and playing without 3 starters. Kevin Durant is playing. He has 17. And we're dead even after 24 minutes. Mavs and Golden State, 48 apiece. American Express halftime report coming to you live from Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson and the University of Georgia playoff beard, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith, and
What's his name, Chuck?
Charles.
Baker Mayfield.
Come on, Baker. Little Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Pull us through, babe. He's unbearable around here right now.
No, I'm not. I just like to mention the dogs.
Baker Mayfield got beat down.
Yes, I get. Well, but when they beat him down in the SEC championship,
Ernie, make it light on yourself.
Well, do you have a rooting interest in Oklahoma?
No, but if
you're just tired of me talking about them dogs.
Georgia's in the SEC. Me, you, and Chuck, all went to SEC schools.
Who won the SEC?
LSU and Auburn ain't in it.
Who won the SEC?
We ain't rooting for Georgia.
Who won the SEC?
LSU.
LSU.
That's fake
LSU
news.
Citrus Bowl, January 1st.
American Express teammates. Kevin Durant with 17, Klay Thompson with 11. Golden State has only taken 8 threes in the first half of this game.
Well, there's a reason why.
Steph Curry's not playing. Draymond Green's not playing.
Because the floor is shrink.
Mm-hmm.
It's shrink or it's shrunk?
Shrink, whatever.
Shrunk.
I mean, when you don't
Honey, I shrunk the kids.
When you don't have those guys out there, those other guys aren't three-point shooters. And when you keep Steph, you can't leave Steph. Draymond keeps you a little bit honest because he's not a great shooter, but he can at least keep you honest. So they don't have that floor space. They got David West out there. They got the little Bell kids. They just don't have that space to be out there to shoot all them three-pointers.
What are you laughing about?
The little Bell kid.
The little.
Like, I know it's Christmas time, so the little Bell
Hey, let me tell you something. That kid should have won in the first round of the draft.
The little Bell kid should have gone in.
Yes, he should have won in the first round of the draft.
He's an aim-high product as well. He played with me as well. So.
38th pick.
But, yeah, 38th pick. But, it really shows how great a player Steph Curry is because everyone always looks at points, assists, the statistical things that are in the paper, rebounds. But I always say one of the greatest things that makes a superstar is pace of the game. The pace of the game is totally different. He makes you play fast. Doesn't matter who's walking in the building. You say to beat the Golden State Warriors when Steph Curry's on the floor, you have to play fast. And if you can play fast, you can beat us. But I don't care. You're going to play fast.
Yeah. Don't offer
they are
them
not
48 points in the first
they
half.
are not playing
that
fast.
averages
They're not playing
17.
fast. They're not playing fast.
And
that's a superstar.
If there is something that does stick out about Golden State on the other side of the ledger, it is the turnover. Because they're 27th in the league, Shaq.
Well, I think they're playing down because, they're playing the Mavericks. I think I heard Kevin McHale say that Steve Kerr didn't like the attitude and shooting around, and it's showing. They got 10 turnovers. I'm not going to talk much, Kenny. I need your assistance.
Okay. What do you
show
need?
all the 10 are all the
Oh, this is not Harlem Globetrotter. This is more like Benny Hill.
No,
Shaq, you're adding nothing.
I like that remix, Kenny. Okay.
Must have been all 10 turnovers, accounting for 13 down.
Good talk. Yeah, that was nice.
You
you threw me off guard with that one.
In your mind, is Golden State any more vulnerable given what Houston has been doing so far in the regular season?
No. Listen, what James Harden, MVP front-runner, is doing, Mike D'Antoni, what those Chris Paul, what those guys are doing is incredible. But as I told you, they still got to beat those Golden State Warriors 4 times in a week. And you're not going to outscore the Golden State Warriors. The big difference is defensively. Klay is a great defender. Draymond's a great defender. Kevin Durant's a great defender.
I thought about you last week, too, Chuck.
Well, when you were Christmas shopping for me?
No, I was Christmas shopping, yeah. But we were talking about, Ernie, we thought there was a stat given to both of us, and we looked at it, and both of us looked at each other when they say, oh, Houston's a good defensive team. Now, granted, I think that they're going to be around differently than they were last year. But we were like, I don't think they're a good defensive team. I think the stats are kind of weighed and skewed a certain way to make you believe they are. And then I watched the game last week when they gave up 77 points in the first half. I'm like that. I'm like, well, this is what we're talking about. It's the style of play sometimes leads these statistics to lead a certain way. It's the same way it could inflate your averages. If you're making more possessions, of course you're gonna score more points. You're gonna have more
that's
assists.
where
So
the metrics come in with the offensive and defensive ratings.
Yeah, but the rating is incorrect if you can give up 77 points in a half. The Detroit Pistons in our era, the Los Angeles Lakers in that era. The Golden State Warriors at times in this era, they're not giving up 70 to 80 points in a half.
And on the bottom line is, I look at the players. I told you, these people who love analytics, that's just something they wanted their son-in-law to have a job so he wouldn't be at the house. Listen, the team with the best players go win.
Shrink, shrink, shrunk. Sounds like Charles going through his old clothes.
He's the fun. That's a good one, Lee. That was good, Lee.
That's outstanding. Any response, Chuck?
No, that was
Where
did you keep your clothes at, though?
I'm shrinking. And Lee, I'll come over there and come to your mama's house and get some old clothes, too.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the official card of the NBA.
What would you rather have? 4 large crispy slices of beef deep dish pepperoni pizza or 10 delicious pieces of Italian cheese bread with crazy sauce? Now you can have both. The box set is back for a limited time and for just $11 at Little Caesars.
Hot and ready.
With the new Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
Captain. 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 Dave.
Captain Dave! Why are people consistently talking about Diamond and Diamond?
Because we are one of Ontario's largest personal injury firms with millions of client settlements.
With a large team of lawyers to fight for your rights. Call today for a free consultation at 1-800-567-HURT.
Introducing Works Advanced Intelligence Drill, an evolution in tool technology with 3 amazing new features that will simplify drilling, driving, and changing bits forever. Works AI Drill.
How do I shave my legs? They removed me from the group chat. I don't know what I did wrong. I just want...
Sports News, Sportsnet Central.
Back here on the American Express Halftime Report, Game 1 of our double dip. Lakers, Lonzo Ball, and the guy he